Story 1. I, female 26, am losing attraction to my fiancé, male 30, after 4 years of dating, and it's making me concerned about our future marriage. Currently we have been arguing a lot, and he also started up on new ADHD meds, so I'm sure that contributes to the level of strain we are undergoing. I love my fiancé, but I am losing my attraction to him as a whole. Like, I am not physically as attracted to him as I once before, and for me it's because he stopped up keeping with himself. You know, there tends to be this expectation to keep ourselves up: skin, face, nails, hair. But I expect the same from my partner, and I am a woman who does sled care Sundays, and I make sure I look, smell and feel good. When we first met he always was so clean cut, and now he rarely gets haircuts and beard trims. He never moisturizes his beard, so it's rough and scratchy, making it not fun to kiss him. His hands are rough, he never moisturizes them or clean his cuticles. I just wish he would do more for himself like he used to. To make matters worse, the constant draining arguing constantly is making me so worn out and tired that also makes me less attracted to him. It has gotten to the point where I don't even want to sleep next to him. And affection is off the table. I don't want to break up, I love him, but he are stuck in a rut and we need to get out of this. How do you overcome not being attracted to your SO? Is this normal? Can this happen? TLDR, I am losing attraction to my fiancé because he stopped keeping up with himself. He doesn't take care of his hair or beard anymore, and we are constantly arguing, creating a toxic environment. How do you overcome this phase? Is this something couples go through, and how do you overcome it? I'd be losing attraction too. It seems like he's lost motivation and has become so comfortable in the relationship that he doesn't really care about what he does. That's definitely a red flag, because that lack of effort will show in other ways beyond looks. If this is a very recent thing though, I'd give it some time and maybe talk to him about it. If the key issue is physical attraction, then it's worth factoring in that lockdown is having an effect on a lot of people's grooming habits. It is also affecting some people mentally more than others. It looks like we're reasonably close to returning to normal, so he may revert to his old self. If he doesn't, then you need to bring this up with him long before going through with any marriage commitment. I don't know why you are with him. You didn't mention one positive thing about him. You can always break off the engagement. Story 2. She says we were on a break and had sex with someone else. Not really sure who to talk to this about SO. So a few weeks ago, my fiancé, female 25, mentioned to me, male 31, that she wasn't happy and had been going through a lot recently. I asked repeatedly what were her parameters on this break, but she didn't give me much of an answer. I tried to pry her mind, but ultimately I felt bombarded with this, as I had just got laid off from my job a week or so before that. She told me that I should still stay in the house we share together, and she was just working some things out. We have 2 kids, and thankfully we had been able to save money before the pandemic shut down the country. Over the past few weeks though, I had noticed a shift in her behavior. I began to become suspicious of her. She was acting, and as I found out today, she had been seeing someone else, a friend from work. She says that it only happened one time and she stopped it a few minutes after it started. She says she feels really guilty about it all, except I had to find out all of this on my own and confront her about it. Honestly, I don't know what I'm asking here. She says she wants to work it out and rebuild my trust, but I really just don't know. I also come from a family where my parents divorced when I was young, and my parents never had the best of relationships, but I don't want to have that affect my children. And I think they're the only reason I'm considering trying. But on the back of my mind, I can't say that she won't continue this side relationship. I just don't know what to believe right now. She was already cheating, buddy. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Exactly what I mentioned to her. That someone or something had taken hold of her attention. I just wish that after everything she would have had the respect to tell me to my face. Bro, as much as it hurts, it's better to start afresh. Cut your losses, accept that you have had good times, and then move on. You shouldn't be the second option, but I understand it is hard. Hell, it is better now than if you were married with kids. She asked for a separation for the sole purpose to cheat on you. Keep the government out of your life and drop the wedding plans. She has shown her true colors. Exactly. And stop with this, doing it for the kids thing. Kids pick up on things. Call off the engagement and let her go do her. Why be married to someone that actually broke up with you to have sex with someone else? It's clearly what she did. She intentionally cheated. But pretends it was some sort of mistake and pretends to feeling guilty. Now she is outright lying to you about the affair. Trickle truth that she believes will explain away what little she thinks you know. It was not one time and she did not stop it after a few minutes. First of all, she cannot rebuild trust while lying to you. Require full truth. Names, yes, plural. Don't assume this was her first rodeo. Dates, locations, what happened, and she shows you all communication. The kids make this harder, of course. Then you need to decide if you want to offer reconciliation to her. Because it's likely to fail. Unlikely she will really sincerely intend to rebuild trust, nor cease the affair. If you do, then you must require she quits that job immediately. Ceases all communication with affair partners. Open phones. No unexplained overtime. No unexplained absences. If you let her get away with hiding any part of the full truth or allow her to continue any contact with affair partners, she will believe she got away with it and repeat. I hear you loud and clear. Just want to comment that she couldn't lie to me about anything because I saw all the messages. I went through her phone and saw it all. Did the messages go back to before the break? Unfortunately not, as she mentioned that she had been deleting the thread. This is your proof. She did not want you to see the crap she was doing beforehand. Well, now you know. She has been cheating for a while. She asked for a break in order not to feel guilty and test the waters with this dude. Now that you have found out, she doesn't have you as a backup plan. She can't lose you and the security that you bring. She will do it again, with this dude or someone else, maybe not tomorrow, but when she feels safe again with you, her behavior will repeat. Is that what you want? Someone that you can't trust? Someone that takes you for granted and doesn't value you as a partner? Don't stay for the kids. You can have a great relationship as co-parents, and find someone else that loves you as you deserve to be loved. You are giving in and caving in too much, to be honest. She doesn't deserve the apartment. You need to take control of your power if you want her to respect you. She has taken you for granted and you are still showing her that she was right. You are acting like a doormat just as she played in her head. There are times a man becomes really toxic and controlling. Also, there are times a man is easy to control and a wimp. You should find the correct dosage of giving in and standing up for yourself in order to be a respectable, stable man. Too much will look like you are oppressing her and too little will look like you have no self-esteem. Get it together. I recommend the polygraph test and DNA test solely for your children and your closure. Polygraph is for you, not her affair/affairs. Maybe in the future you will decide to get back together, maybe not. But either way, you need full truth about the whole relationship you were in the instances, in order to get back up healthy and stronger. You do not know if she had cheated before, or there were others like this from the beginning till now. You may think that I know my fiancé when she acts weird, but you only saw her in this affair. Maybe she had AONS before and decided to bury it and take it to the grave. You will never know unless you take that polygraph. You are a good man, I can feel it from your words. Please don't let this ruin you. She says that it only happened one time. It's never just a friend, it's never just one kiss, and it most definitely is never just one time. She didn't confess, you had to pry for information, so she is only regretful she was caught. Absolutely do not marry this person. It's bad enough you have kids with her. This will eat you from inside, and in 10, 20 years time you will be hating both her and you for staying with a person who could betray you like this. Again, because you are trying to cover your ears, do not marry this person. Do not let your kids grow up in a house tainted by infidelity. You will ruin their emotional development. I just don't know what to believe right now. You believe your gut. How can anything be the same after this? She wants to rebuild your trust? How? How can trust be regained when she squandered the foundation of trust you both had built up over the tingles and attention of a coworker? And as far as your kids are concerned, you can only be the best dad possible, regardless of the situation. I divorced when my kids were 8 and 12. I had them every weekend plus holidays, and I knew that the influence my ex had on them would diminish as they got older. Now they are 2024 and my house is still the center of the family. Worldwide comments of the day. Story 1, OP is a major fool. Why is he so afraid to tell his GF that she needs to get rid of Todd or end the relationship with OP, and why can't he just tell Todd to get lost? First story, what does Todd provide that the GF needs so badly? Why does she want to be friends with someone that wants to get into her pants? At best, it is a distraction for Todd and how he provides his friendship. You're an ATM for the future. Her saying she made a mistake was a veiled confession. She has been hitting the streets. And that's where you need to leave her, right there to be with her boyfriend. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.